Today we're exploring Deuteronomy 21 to 23, where law meets compassion and community responsibility.
It's a fascinating blend. Ritual, justice, social order, even public health, all woven together.
Let's start with the unsolved murder ritual and the heifer. Why measure to the nearest city?
It assigns responsibility. If no killer is found, the nearest city still bears moral accountability.
The elders break a heifer's neck in an unworked valley. That's strikingly symbolic.
It screams, innocent blood matters. The unworked land mirrors untainted innocence, demanding communal remorse.
And the elders wash hands, declaring innocence while asking for forgiveness. Contradiction?
Not contradiction, humility. They assert non-involvement yet still seek cleansing for communal negligence.
It's ancient CSI, but with priests, rivers, and a ritual instead of chalk outlines.
And it reshapes justice. Law isn't just punitive. It's healing a community's moral fabric.
Moving to the captive woman after war. It's uncomfortable for modern ears.
Absolutely. Yet the text restricts power. Mourning month, new clothes, no sale, no enslavement.
So it's damage control within brutal realities, not an endorsement of those realities.
Exactly. It pushes toward humanization where conquest often dehumanized, even if it falls short today.
The month of mourning respects her loss and identity before any union happens.
And if there's no delight later, she must be freed, not commodified. That's significant restraint.
Then the firstborn law, where favoritism is curbed, no swapping inheritance to the beloved wife's son.
Stability over sentiment. Rights anchored in order, not the father's fluctuating affection.
It aims at fairness within a polygynous setting, which already complicates family dynamics.
And the double portion treats the firstborn as the family's structural pillar, not the father's favorite.
Now the rebellious son passage, it's the toughest. What do we do with it?
Historically severe, it likely served as deterrent rhetoric, emphasizing communal safety over private despair.
Notice both parents must accuse at the city gate before elders. It's highly procedural.
The bar seems intentionally high, making impulsive punishment less likely, even if the penalty shocks us.
Next, the body on the tree must not remain overnight. Why the urgency?
Even in judgment, there's dignity. The land mustn't be defiled by prolonged exposure.
So justice has boundaries. Punish swiftly, but don't stain the land or humanity.
It's a recurring theme. Boundaries preserve life, moral, physical, environmental boundaries.
Chapter 22 opens with lost property and fallen animals. Simple acts, big implications.
Exactly. Don't ignore, restore. If you find it, hold it, then return it. Trust grows.
I think of finding a stranger's phone. You safeguard it, not scroll it.
And helping a fallen animal is about practical compassion, not theoretical kindness.
The clothing prohibition comes next. No cross-dressing. How do we frame it?
In its context, Israel polices symbolic boundaries. Clothing signals identity. The law preserves distinct markers.
Communities today interpret that differently, but the text's concern is identity coherence.
Right? A boundary marker amid many boundary laws centering Israel's distinct calling.
Then the bird's nest law. Don't take the mother with the young. It's ecological mercy.
Compassion to creatures and sustainability. Let life continue. Take only what sustains you.
The parapet on the roof is my favorite. Build a railing, prevent accidents.
Proactive responsibility. It's like guardrails, seatbelts, smoke alarms. Love expressed as foresight.
The mixing laws. Seeds, animals, fabrics sound odd, yet consistent with separation themes.
They ritualize non-mixing to embody holiness. Israel's life should mirror purposeful differentiation.
And the fringes, little reminders at the edges to remember the commandments.
Memory stitched into clothing. Identity carried on the body's margins.
The marriage accusation section is fraught. A man smears his wife's name. The law intervenes.
He's fined and loses the right to dismiss her. It protects a woman from slander.
But the tokens of virginity part reflects ancient honor, shame norms we now critique.
True, yet within that world it guards against capricious rejection and economic ruin.
The penalties around adultery and betrothal are severe, emphasizing fidelity and consent.
The city-field distinction recognizes situational agency. In public, help might come. In fields, it may not.
It's imperfect, but you can see consent and power dynamics being considered.
And the unbetrothed case imposes responsibility on the man and forbids trivial dismissal.
Don't take your father's wife closes the chapter, protecting family boundaries.
It safeguards generational respect, and keeps the household from collapsing into chaos.
Chapter 23 turns to assembly boundaries, exclusions and exceptions. Tough text again.
It remembers histories, Moab and Ammon's hostility, yet leaves openings for Edom and Egypt.
That nuance matters. Memory guides boundaries, but time and generations allow healing.
Boundaries aren't just walls, they're calibrated responses to relationship histories.
Then camp holiness and hygiene. A trowel among your gear sounds oddly practical.
Holiness meets sanitation. Clean camps respect God's presence and human dignity.
It's public health before germ theory, anchored in reverence.
And reverence isn't abstract. It's where you place your latrine and how you cover it.
The fugitive servant law is radical. Don't return an escaped slave. Don't oppress.
It's sanctuary provision. The vulnerable chooses where to live, and the community defends that choice.
No shrine prostitution and no bringing exploitative wages into worship. Integrity and devotion.
Economics and worship intertwine. You can't launder injustice through religious giving.
On loans, charge no interest to your brother. Interest to foreigners permitted.
Prioritize family economics. Inside the community, mutual uplift. Outside, normal commerce.
It challenges modern finance. What does neighborly credit look like today?
Maybe cooperative lending, debt relief, and microfinance that resist predation.
Vows come next. Think before you promise and keep what you vow.
Your word is your bond. Voluntary vows are serious. Silence is safer than rash oaths.
The vineyard and grain rules allow eating by hand but forbid harvesting another's yield.
Hospitality without exploitation. Provision for travelers, not license for theft.
It's a delicate balance, generosity with boundaries, freedom with responsibility.
That balance threads the entire section. Justice tempered by mercy. Identity guarded by practices.
And always the refrain, remove evil, protect the innocent, remember who you are.
Memory powers ethics. Israel acts because it remembers deliverance and covenant.
I'm struck by how ordinary acts carry theological weight. Rails, trowels, fringes, lost donkeys.
Everyday holiness. Faithfulness in the mundane becomes the fabric of communal flourishing.
There's tension, of course. Texts we wrestle with and texts that inspire.
Wrestling itself honors the text, refusing both dismissal and naive idealization.
So how do we translate these principles without importing ancient harms?
By extracting trajectories, responsibility, protection of the weak, integrity, and prudent boundaries.
And by admitting when our context demands different applications to uphold the same virtues.
Exactly. The heartbeat remains. Life matters, truth matters, neighbors matter, memory matters.
If you remember one image today, maybe choose the parapet. Prevent harm before it happens.
Or the open hand returning what's lost, refusing to hide from a neighbor's need.
Or the valley ritual, mourning blood we didn't shed but still refuse to ignore.
Each image calls us toward a community that guards life and honors God.
We've covered unsolved murder, war, family, sexuality, clothing, crops, money, and vows.
A whole society's blueprint, urging holiness not as distance, but as faithful presence.
Here's the question to ponder. Which boundary, if practiced today, would most heal your community?
And which act of mercy, if made routine, would most reshape your daily life?
Thanks for listening. Keep thinking, keep asking, and keep building parapets where they're needed.
And keep returning what's lost, including the trust our world is hungry to find again. God bless.